Welcome, ladies and gents. My name is Rick Curci, and today we are going to be playing some Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. This is the game that I was really excited about because I am a stupid big Lord of the Rings fan. I love the original trilogy. Return of the King, the last movie, or the third one of the original trilogy, is my all-time favorite movie. Also really like the Hobbit movies. So I was really excited for this game, and it also really helps that it's actually a very amazing game. But the big selling point was the Nemesis system. So that's what we're going to kind of demonstrate today. So we're going to go over here to Sauron's army. The way I like to look at this game is sort of like a board game, where your pieces will overtake enemy pieces, and then you're setting up your pieces to get even stronger. So the strongest things to look at here are the war chiefs here. So these are the 5 war chiefs. We know about 4 of them. One of them we don't know about. That's why he's kind of unknown. We don't know where he is. We have no idea who he is. So our goal today is to put one of our orcs, because we can do some mind control. It's called branding, but I want to get one of the war chiefs to be under my control. And one of the ways I like to do this is by taking control of a captain, which are all these guys down here, and taking control of him and then setting him up to become the next war chief when one of the war chiefs die. So we have here Douche the advisor. He is basically going to be our main target. We're going to take him out, and we're going to set up another orc to replace him. So we can see a couple of things here. Number one, I can actually go after him now, but if I kill him, another bodyguard will just take his place. It is also going to be pretty difficult with the bodyguards that he has, because we can see here he has 3 bodyguards. So that's 3 captives in addition to him. So it's kind of hard to kind of fight him like that, because we really are going to, we're outnumbered in a way. And it also kind of defeats the purpose of getting control of the war chief. So what we're going to do is we see that he has 3 bodyguards, and what those lines are indicating. So what we need to do, because we have no idea who those captains are, we need to find a way to start identifying these captains. So we're going to go over here to the map, and what we have here is called a power struggle mission. So the thing you should understand about the Lord of the Rings universe is that orcs are assholes. They are the main force. They are like the infantry of the big baddie Sauron. So what's happening here is that we're seeing the orcs fight amongst themselves. So what they'll do is sometimes it's all about strength. They all want to prove themselves. They'll fight each other. They'll ambush each other. They'll try to kill each other. They're just trying to gain the favor of the Dark Lord, who's Sauron. So what we have here, because we are literally right next to this mission, I'm actually going to set a waypoint, but this is a trial by ordeal. So we're going to invade Ugakuga's the Dumb's trial by ordeal to weaken Sauron's army. Oh, we have some bad guys. So I guess we could demonstrate some of the cool features here. So I'm going to pull out my bow and do a shadow strike, which is an insta-kill. I'm sorry, a shadow kill. A shadow strike would just do damage. So if you've ever played the Batman games, you know, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, also Arkham Knight hasn't come out yet, but Arkham Origins, the combat system is apparently very similar. It takes inspiration from that game. It's also very good. So what just happened right there was a vendetta mission, which I can actually avenge other players who have died. Well, so let's just say if we go up against Ugakuga and Ugakuga kills me, then let's just say Nessie Monster, when he plays, he can avenge me. So that's Ugakuga right there. Ugakuga the Dumb. We're going to try to get some intel from him. Alright, so he's going to try to fight that Karagor right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to make sure that he gets pretty hurt. So I'm actually going to go over here. We don't want to make sure that he succeeds, because if he succeeds, he'll increase in power, and that'll be a little bit of an issue. So we're actually going to kill these guys up here, just so that they don't become an issue a little bit later. Take that, and that. Alright. I'm actually going to try and clean the field here pretty quickly, because I don't want Ugakuga to win against the Karagor, but I also don't want him to die either, because we kind of need him to get information from him. Alright, this guy's got a shield, so I really can't parry him, so I have to actually jump over him and get around his shield. But I'm going to do my Fury Strikes and then crush his head like that, because that's amazing. Then I'm going to walk over to this guy and just insta-kill him like that with the combat finisher. It looks like Ugakuga... Oh, man, he survived! He resolved. Although sometimes when these missions are done, they'll actually still hang around, which he is. There is Naskuga right there. I'm going to get him right in the leg like that. He's invulnerable to range. Some of these captains will have weaknesses and strengths, and one of his strengths is that he can't be damaged by range. So I have never met this guy before, but sometimes, you know, what will happen when you meet somebody for the first time is that they'll just say some generic stuff. You see them again, like let's just say Naskuga kills me. When I see him again, he'll be like, hey, you should have stayed dead or something like that. Let's try to Shadow Strike. Alright, so he's immune to pretty much everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stun him, and I'm going to go after my Fury Strikes. He's not immune to everything. Alright, so now he's green. So if I hold down right bumper, oh, he just hit me, little bastard. Alright, I'm in a last stand, so I'm going to hit that and hit X. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to dominate him real quick. Alright, now I can do a couple of things. I can command him to do stuff, or I can just gain intel, which is what we really want to do. So we're going to gain intel here. And we're going to go back over to, what we're going to do is I'm going to just go to this one right here, figure out the identity. So we now got Lugnak, Weaponsmith. But another interesting thing that we can do is if I hit, you know, like I just did, we can see the weaknesses and the strengths. So we see that he's vulnerable to combat finishers. He can actually be killed instantly by it. He can be killed instantly by a charged headshot or fire arrow or shadow strike. Can be grabbed without requiring low health. Can be killed. This guy is weak. Becomes enraged when he's injured. Becomes enraged at the sight of grogs, which are really big behemoth guys. Slams the ground hard, causing damage in a radius. And cannot be terrified. Never flees. So he's a guy that fights, but he is also extremely weak. But he is also going to be our next target. So then it leaves me and Naskuga. What should we do with this guy? I say he has served his purpose. We don't need him anymore. So we're just going to take him out. Alright, so he's located over there. What we want to do is not get detected. We don't want to tip him off. So we're going to try to sneak over to him. He's actually up there. Let's try to lure him to us. So I'm going to attract him, see if he'll come down. Looks like he is. Alright, and then we could just grab him and dominate him right away. Let's go for it. Alright, so let's grab him real quick and dominate him. Bam! Alright, so what we're going to do is actually gain some intel from him. So we're going to try to gain intel on yet another captain. So we're going to go to this bodyguard right here. Naskuga, Shield Master. Let's see what his weaknesses are. He can be killed instantly using combat finishers, can be killed instantly using stealth finishers. So that's very interesting. He's a little bit more tougher than Lugnak over here. But what we're going to do is not kill Lugnak. We're going to use him to betray Douche. So we're going to dismiss him. And then we're going to very stealthily get out of here. But what we have here is what is called an intel. These are just, you know, generic orcs. We can get information from them, or sometimes it can actually just be allies that are willing to give information, or maybe you could just pick up information off a dead body. Looks like this intel is just located on this table right here. So what we're going to do is very carefully, without being spotted, I'm actually going to try to take these guys out real quick. I'm actually going to stealth kill this guy like that. Now we're going to grab this intel and see if we can learn about the final... bodyguard right here. So, there we go. Ratlug. So, that leaves what? It leaves maybe a little bit of a target. So who do we take out? Let's go for this guy right here. Alright, so you see that blue skull? That's actually one of our guys. So that could be... Actually, it's probably Lugnak, now that I think about it. So it looks like Lugnak is actually in the area.
Lugnak.
Yep, that's him, alright. So Lugnak will actually have some followers eventually. So sometimes there will be some power struggles that involve some of the orcs that are under your control. So instead of actually going there and trying to take the guy out, you're going to go there and try to support him. But it looks like he might be in the area during this trial of, or by ordeal. So who are we going after? What's his name? Naskuga, I guess? We're going to find out. What I like about this game is that when you zoom in on them, they actually tell you what the name is. They actually pronounce it for you.
Open the cage! I need a good fight! Right now!
Alright, so if he dies, it's not terrible. But we kind of want him alive.
Naskuga.
Alright, so there he goes. He just won the fight. And he's also going to increase in power, which means he's going to have that power when I take control of him. So his power increases there. I'm going to actually jump down to him now. I'm not going to do damage to him, but I'm just going to get down there.
Ranger! I do love a good stomping.
Alright, so this is again the first time I'm ever seeing him, so he just says something generic, not really anything important. And now I'm just going to try to take him out. But I have all the other orcs in the area are now coming after me. So it's not that big of a deal, but I'm just going to try and kill some of them real quick like that. I want to do some chain killing here. Like that. Alright, so my chain just got broken there because I messed up because I'm a moron. But it's alright. We're just going to kill some of these jokers. Looks like we're getting more orcs in. So I'm going to see if I can summon Lugnek. Hold on. I need to get up and away from the fight here.
Be my sword.
Alright, so it looks like Lugnek has actually engaged people. So we're going to head over to him. See if we can give him some support. Try to get him the... Okay, so... Let's... Oh! Oh boy, we have an army behind us. This was a bad decision here. Sometimes you just get outnumbered, and it's better just to retreat. But I'm going to actually support Lugnek right here, who is fighting for me. Lugnek is getting hate of pain, because he doesn't like pain, and he hates it. I have no idea what's happening to Lugnek. I'm actually afraid for his life a little bit. He might have died. Where is he? Is he alive? Wait, hold on. Let's see if... Did Lugnek die? Lugnek is dead. Great! Alright, this actually did not turn out as well as I wanted it to. It's probably better if we retreat. Let's get out of here. Sometimes, you just need to live to fight another day. So what I'm going to do is actually back up here. We have a Karagor right there. I missed. Alright, so he's going to be released. Let's see if we can let him out and try to put some distance between us and these orcs. Alright, so we're not going to deal with that guy anymore. We're not going to put any focus on him. What we are going to do is look at our map here. See if we can find another option. Maybe we got Bolgs the Swordmaster attempt to recruit followers. So what we can do here is actually take advantage of this situation. So he's going to try to recruit followers, but because orcs are assholes, some of them are going to try to fight him. So we can actually take advantage of that situation. We're going to use Bolg as an agent. Bolg is going to be a new bodyguard. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Rick, Bolg is not a bodyguard to Douche. So how can you make him a bodyguard? Well, I will tell you. If you noticed, we can actually dominate him and command him to do things. So what we can do is try to command him to become the new bodyguard and then use him to our advantage. So we're going to go up here. Actually, I'm going to show you the skill tree right here. These are some of the abilities that you can get. So we're going to actually use this one, which is one that I've been eyeing up, which will reduce the threshold. I can actually use combat finishers a lot sooner. Special abilities that you can use in combat. So that insta-killing I was doing. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually brand this guy. So he'll actually fight for me when I order him to. Alright, so let's start this mission right here. We're going to try to get Bolg. And Bolg's going to be our special agent. So there's Bolg.
Do you want to follow me? Or do you want to fight?
Alright, we know nothing about Bolg. We know nothing of his weaknesses. We know nothing of his strengths. This is a little bit dangerous going into it. So I'm going to try and take out his buddies. One by one. So Bolg is actually getting hurt over there during this fight, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm not even fighting him, but orcs are going to fight him because they don't like to get bossed around. And what's happening here is that because he's getting hurt, from the other orcs, so I can actually take advantage of this, but we're going to engage real quick right here.
You must be really stupid to face me here. Oh, well, makes it easier to kill you.
Yeah, what he's not aware of is that we actually want to take control of him. He's going to actually be our friend, our best of friends. Because I think I want to try to set up Bolg to become the new war chief. Alright, he's actually running away, so it's all me and Bolg now. And guess what, Bolg? You're mine. Alright, so again, we can see I can give him a command. So if I hit Y, I can command him to actually, if I click on the advisor here, I can get him to try and become a new bodyguard. So immediately I'm going to dismiss him automatically because I gave him an order. But now he is recruitment. I have dominated him, so he's mine. That works. That's fine. So now if I go to the map here, because I told him, hey buddy, I need you to try and become the best orc that you can be and gain the favor of Douche. What we're doing right now is he's going to try to recruit followers and try to gain the favor of the war chief. So we're going to jump over there and kind of be his watchful eye, kind of like a guardian in a way, where we just want to make sure that he succeeds and gets the, you know, as many followers as he can from this. So we're going to head over to him right now. So there's Bolg. You can see he's under our control.
Want to make some trouble? Come join my crew. I follow no one.
Alright, so again, some of them are going to start fighting. By the way, those are flies. I don't want to... It would affect Bolg as well. So these guys are going to be assholes. But I'm going to just pick them off one by one. Just like this. And then Bolg will recruit everybody that isn't going to be an asshole. So you can see right above the mini-map, you see there's a blue skull, but then there's also blue arrows. The skull is obviously Bolg. Hey, you jerk. This guy. He's dead. So the blue is Bolg, or the skull is Bolg, and the little arrows are actually his followers. So if you see every orc that has an arrow above his head is actually under my control. Alright, so Bolg has succeeded. He's going to increase in power. You're going to see right here. There he goes. He went from 3 to 4. And he's got promoted to bodyguard. So let's view the battle report real quick. Which is, he has gained followers. He has increased in power. And also, he is now a bodyguard to Douche. We lost Lugnak, but we replaced him with Bolg. Bolg is in prime position of becoming the next warlord. But what we're going to do is put our focus on this guy, Ratlug. Ratlug looks like he's going to be in a confrontation with this other guy. I say what we do, let's actually view his strengths and weaknesses. He's actually a force to be reckoned with. Let's try to dominate him, but it's okay if he dies. So we're going to set our target on Ratlug right here, the Battle Hardened, which is a badass title. So it looks like the... should be right there. I missed it. That's right, we can just climb up. Not a big deal. It's like Assassin's Creed, we can scale pretty much everything. The game is like a love child between... like, if the Batman games and the Assassin's Creed games had a child in Middle-earth, this is the game that it would put out. Alright, so this is very interesting. So we have Ratlug, who is on the left, and it looks like Tulgog the Greedy on the right. One of them is executing the other because, again, like I said, orcs are assholes and they like to be jerks to each other. Alright, I think Ratlug is... yeah, there he is.
You deserve this.
Alright, I think Ratlug is the toughest out of all of the orcs that we are going after. So I definitely want to make sure... let's see if he... let's go here. So he's, again, invulnerable to range. He's a little bit harder to kill. May require you to finish him. Sometimes shows up unexpectedly. So he's definitely an asset. We definitely want him. These guys are going to be the problem. So my goal here is to gain his attention by killing all of his buddies down here. There we go. Just kill that guy real quick. Let's go ahead and shadow kill one of them. See if we can start a combo. Whoa, almost. Oh, there he goes.
I see you have no taste for decorum, or even honor. I will finish you myself.
Alright, so we can do damage to him with combat finishers. So that's definitely a plus. I know that's one of his weaknesses. Looks like somebody just raised the alarm. That's what that horn is. Alright, come on. Let's kill this guy real quick so he doesn't become an issue. Oh, he's running away! You cheeky bastard! No way! Oh, so, okay, also, because he's running away, I unintentionally made sure that other orc survived. Maybe we can spin around and knock him out, but we don't want loot. We don't want this guy to escape. Hold up. He's going this way. We don't want this guy to escape. We have to chase after him. Alright, I have no arrows. Looks like I'm coming up on one of my allies. I'm going to get a speed boost here, though, because I'm touching the ground. I'm actually might be able to get him here. Let's get him. Grab him. And dominate real quick. Yeah! Alright. So, I'm going to do something interesting with Ratluke here. I'm going to have him issue a death threat. And this is a very strategic move because, number one, I'm going to send a death threat to the war chief. Again, you can see it. Place a death threat for a chance to gain an epic rune, which is, again, something you can add to your weapons. But not only that, but it will, I'm going to show this right here, death threat sent. His power increases, there's a greater chance, and he's being protected by his gang, which means that his bodyguards are going to be with him, which is going to guarantee an even better betrayal. So I'm going to have him issue the death threat. I need him, obviously I automatically dismiss him because I need him to issue that death threat, but he is going to be a very influential role because I think that Ratluke is badass. 2 out of the 3 bodyguards, we are going to return to Naskuga, Shieldmaster here. Let's figure out where he is. So we're going to go to the map. Looks like he's not very far away at all. Alright, so let's see if we can locate him.
Naskuga.
And there he is. So, again, he could be instantly killed using stealth finishers. So let's actually remove him, because he is a little bit of an issue. Looks like he's having a little chit-chat with, I believe, his Bolg. Yeah, he is. He's having a little chit-chat with him. And Bolg is not protected by his followers. He's here by himself. And the reason why I know that is because, again, if you look over to the right, he is having a little chit-chat with them. If you look over to the left, I said right, but I meant left. You'll notice that there's a blue skull, but there's no blue arrows, which means that he has no followers. But it's okay, because I'm going to gain a follower right here. So he's under my control. Alright, let's take him out. I'm going to take out this guy. Bolg doesn't care, because I am on Bolg's team. And now I'm just going to kill Naskuga. How dare you run away from me, you son of a bitch. Alright, so let's actually review. We have killed Naskuga, which means that Douche is even weaker. He has completely lost all of Naskuga's followers. But one thing we don't know is the weaknesses of Douche. We need to always, whenever you go after a war chief, you definitely don't want to go into it not knowing what the guy's weaknesses are. So what we're going to do is, if you look at the mini-map here, you're going to see that there are these little green indicators. And that's that guy right there. That guy right there is a worm. He's like one of the guys that will give up information if you grab him. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab him right away like this. And we're going to interrogate him. Gain some information. And figure out the weaknesses of Douche real quick. So let's see what we learned. Oh, so he can be killed instantly by mounted beast finishers, can be injured by combat finishers, which will be very useful. He hates ghouls, will become enraged at the sight of them. He's battle hardened, he might need to be finished, which is definitely something that we need to worry or be a little concerned about. So he's not going to flee, so when we encounter him, it's a fight to the death. So we're going to mark him because we have 2 of his minions. And this guy is useless to me. So we're just going to explode his head just like that. So right here is where Douche is going to be. We're actually going to turn his supporters against him. which is the only way to draw him out. Because every war chief, you need to do something special in order to draw him out. And for Douche, we need to turn his supporters against him. I'm assuming it means we have to brand his supporters. There he is. Alright. And we got him. Yeah. Oh. Oh, and there he is. And who is he flanked by? There he is. And sure as anything... Wait a second. Oh boy, we got a little bit of an issue here. A little bit of a concern. It looks like... Zumug. Oh boy. Okay, so here's what happened. I did not anticipate this, but it is definitely a possibility. Because we killed Naskuga, Douche has replaced him with a different bodyguard. But he is being flanked by our men, so let's do something interesting here. Let's trigger a fight. My men are now going to betray him. Now let's remember, he can be killed instantly from a beast mound. Let's observe the field here, figure out what's going on. Zumug is dead. Alright, so he was the wild card, but he's already out of the picture. Now Douche is mine. Hiya!
Are you that Ranger's twin brother or something?
So while this fight is going to go on, they're actually going to help me during this fight. Oh, sorry, bro. He's my buddy. I don't want him to get hurt. There's a combat finisher I just did. I'm going to try to damage him with even more finishers. I want him dead. Oh, I'm sorry. Douche is dead. Just got killed by Bolg. I accidentally almost killed one of my own men. I'm not sure. It was Rotvag. Or Rotnag, whatever. Ratlug. I forget his name. So Ratlug is the new war chief. But because I have control of Ratlug, Ratlug is now a war chief under my control. So that actually turned out extremely well. Ratlug was in perfect position to become the new war chief. Bolg had the finishing blow on Douche. It was perfectly set up. Zumug was the wild card, but he got quickly taken care of by my minions. I didn't really have to raise a finger. They took care of themselves. So that is the possibilities that this game has. One other thing is that down there is a beck and call mission. I can actually summon Ratlug to me, dominate him, give him an order. He can actually start riots, and that'll also affect other warlords as well, or war chiefs, I'm sorry, as well. So you can honestly just kill war chiefs, get them out of the way, but the goal here was to dominate one so that we could expand our control, build our orc army. And it's a very unique gameplay. It's a very, very awesome way of going about it. It's a very good open world. Everything feeds into each other. You know, in order for you to level up, to purchase attributes and purchase spots so you can put runes on, you need to do these little side missions, these little, they're almost like challenges for each of your weapons, a dagger, a sword, and a bow. But it's all fun. It's all really fun. Just going through and forming these rivalries. Like I said, the reason why we killed Naskuga, I don't really remember what his name was, but the reason why we killed him is because he ran away. So the game does a very good job of having you form these relationships, these rivalries with these orcs. And it's just a very unique gameplay that I've never really experienced before. And it's a very good game. It's a Game of the Year contender, in my opinion. In a lot of people's Game of the Year contender, actually, I found. It was nominated for Game of the Year on multiple fronts. So that's it for this game. The Let's Play, anyway. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hey guys, I guess you thought that was the end of the video. It's not, because something very interesting happened after I concluded the Let's Play. If you remember, Ratlug was the new war chief, so what I wanted to do was kind of get him to cause a riot with another war chief. But what ended up happening was that when I went to go meet with Ratlug, Zumug, who was Naskuga's replacement for the bodyguard for Douche, actually returned and he wanted to get revenge after he was killed by Bolg and Ratlug when we went after Douche. So after he returned, we killed him very quickly, but he even commented that he was killed by his own kin, which was something that I thought was very interesting. So a follow-up to that as well was that I ordered Ratlug to cause a riot with another war chief. That war chief was Lotbag. In addition, after Lotbag died, Tugog became the new war chief. If you remember, Tugog was the orc that Ratlug was trying to execute when we first encountered him, but he escaped when we dominated Ratlug. That is the awesomeness that is the Nemesis system, is that you encounter these orcs a little bit later. Even when they die, they have the possibility of coming back, unless of course you chop off their head or something that is like, he's definitely dead, not coming back from that. But I love how the game just forges these relationships, like this history, and it makes for a very interesting story. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was a pretty cool story. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you next time.